Assalamu alaikum viewers, welcome to my channel. Today I'll show you the making of this beautiful dress, and I have attached two flounces in this dress, and I'll show you how to make the flounce and attach it to the dress in a very simple way. And I'm making this dress for a 5-year girl. You can change your measurements accordingly. So let's get started. Measure the length from shoulder down to the knees, and the fabric length should be equal to it. And these are two pieces of fabric. One is for front and the other is for back, so I folded the fabric actually. And the width of the fabric should be twice hip measurement and 3 or 4 inches more than that, because we'll make A-line shirt here. So my hip measurement was 12 inches for front only, so I have taken 24 inches white fabric, and I'll recommend you to add 3 or 4 inches to it. Now fold the fabric again. Now these are 4 layers of fabric, right? First of all, we'll mark for the shoulder. So we mark half of the shoulder, and I'm marking at 5.5 inches. It should be 5.5 from here too. At this point, mark for the armhole length, and I'm marking at 6 inches. At this point, mark for 1/4 of the chest, and I'm marking at 6 inches. 10 inches down the shoulder, we'll mark for the waist, and we mark 1/4 of the waist, and that is 5.5 inches in my case. Now for the neck width, I'm marking at 2.5 inches, and for the neck depth as well, I'm marking at 2.5. Make a box here and draw a shape for the neckline. Then join the chest measurement to the waist and waist to the bottom, but we'll make a slope at the bottom, so we'll mark at 3 inches here and join the waist to this point like this. Then make a curve line at the bottom here like this, and now make a shape for back armhole and front armhole like this. And now we'll cut for the back part first. So I've cut back neckline, back armhole, and keeping a 1-inch margin at the side, I've cut the sides as well and the bottom. Now separate the back part and cut front armhole and front neckline as well. Now we'll attach the shoulders. So I have attached the shoulders of the front and the back part of the shirt, and now we'll get the piping ready to be attached at the neckline. For piping, take a bias strip and fold the raw edges inside like this and give a very nice press to make the piping. So I have pressed the raw edges by folding them inside, as you can see here. Now we'll attach the piping to the neckline, and for that we'll simply place the neckline in between the two ends of the piping and fold and top stitch. So this is the piping we just made. Simply sandwich the shirt in between the two sides of the piping and top stitch. So I've made long strips of piping because we'll use the piping in our flounce and the bottom of the dress and the sleeves as well. So I've attached the piping at the neckline, and I made a slit at the center back as well. And now we'll finish the armhole first. So I took a bias strip and place here on the armhole, stitch it to the right side and fold it to the wrong side. So it is done. And now we'll attach the sleeves. So we'll get the cap sleeves ready first. So for the cap sleeves, first of all, measure the length of the sleeve you want. So in my case, I think 3 inches is fine, so I'll mark here. So I took this folded strip and I'll mark at 3 inches for its length and 3 inches for its bottom width, and join these 2 points in a curve shape, in a slope like this. This will be our armhole, and we'll make 1-inch slope at the bottom. So I marked here and make a slope here. It will adjust the length of the armhole as well. and give a shape to the cap sleeve. So now we'll cut here, armhole and the bottom. So this is the shape of the cap sleeve. We'll open it and we'll attach piping at the bottom of the sleeve here. So I've attached the piping at the bottom of the sleeve, both the sleeves, and now we'll attach the sleeves to the shirt. So first of all, mark the center of the sleeve. And the center of the sleeve will be attached to the shoulder joint. Place the sleeve under the armhole, matching the center to the shoulder joint. And one more thing to be marked is place the sleeve here and mark at the bottom, because it should be finished at the same point both from the front and the back. The bottom should be at the same line. So I've attached it. Simply top stitch the sleeve. So our sleeves are done. Now we'll draw two lines on the front part of the shirt where our flounce should be. So for that, we'll mark the center front first. So fold the fabric, the front part of the shirt only like this, and mark the center front. And for that you can use a chalk, or you can press it very hardly with the iron, or you can press with a thumb. So the center front is marked here, and at 2 inches below the neckline, mark 1 inch on each side of the center front. So this is 2 inches below the neckline. At this point, mark 1 inch on both sides of the center front. So these 2 points are 2 inches apart. And join this point to the bottom of the shirt at the same distance from the side seam throughout the length of the shirt. So it should be here. Join this bottom point to that mark, this mark, in a straight line. Now fold the front part of the shirt again. And cut this line we have just marked. In this way, the fabric would be cut from both sides at equal distance. So I've cut it, as you can see here. When we'll open the shirt, we'll get two cuts for two flounces to be attached here. And now we'll first of all measure the length of this cut, so we would know how much long flounce we need, and it is 20 inches. So we need 20-inch long flounce, and for that I took 18 to 20 inches long and wide square piece of fabric. I folded once, folded it again, and now we'll mark for the length of the flounce. And for that we're going to cut a circle. So we'll divide the length of the flounce we want, that is 20 inches, by 6.25, and we'll get 1/4 of the circle, and that is 3 point something, but I'm marking at 3 inches. So I'm marking at 3 inches from that corner. We'll cut here and unfold the fabric just once. So now the fabric is folded just once. We'll mark from one end to the other in a way that one end is less wider than the other. So we'll start here at 2 inches. We'll increase the width of the flounce, keep on increasing the width, and we'll end up at 4 to 5 inches almost. So this is the wider part and this is the narrow part of the flounce. We'll cut here. So I've cut at this mark. We'll open it, and this is our flounce. So the narrower ends are the edges of the flounce and the wider part is the center. So we'll just place our flounce on the dress just to check out how it looks, so that if we need to make any change, we can make it right now, because afterwards we'll attach piping and attach it to the dress and it would be difficult to alter. So we just check it out how it looks. and this is perfect. So we don't need to make any change. We'll simply attach piping on the outer edge of the flounce here. So I've attached the piping, as you can see here, only the outer edges. We'll get another flounce ready in the same way, and we'll attach it to the other cut here. So I got it ready. We'll attach it here. Now to attach the flounce, we'll place the right sides together on this side and place the other part on it and stitch here. So I've stitched it. And now for the other flounce, we'll place it here. It should be here. So place it in place and flip the other end on it and stitch. So both the flounces have been attached, as you can see. Now we'll attach a bow here at this point. So we'll get the bow ready. And for the bow, I took a strip of fabric that is 18 inches wide and 4 inches long. Fold it and cut in half. And now we'll sandwich a folded strip of black fabric in a way that the folded end is inwards and the raw edges are outwards, right here, and place the other strip on it and stitch here. Do the same on the other side. Here, fold the strip, place it here and top stitch. So after sewing both the sides, turn the right side out. So our piping is looking like this from the right side. And now join the raw edges, stitch in the center, and then after stitching, pleat the center and join a strip of fabric here, and the bow is ready. Attach it here in place. You can use glue gun or you can hand stitch it with needle and thread. And then join the right sides together of front and back part of the shirt and stitch the side seams and attach piping at the bottom, and the dress is ready. So this is the final look of the dress. It's looking very nice. Must try it for your kids and for yourself as well. It is suitable for all ages, and if you like the video, thumbs up and make sure to subscribe my channel, and thank you so much for watching. Allah Hafiz till the next video.